Hello, my name is Martin and I'm going to show you how I use the Griffiths valuation to try and plot family members. As you may notice, we're not actually starting on the Griffiths valuation. The reason being is this is a good way to quickly find out all the counties that the surname is mentioned in, and also possible abbreviations of the surname and how many corresponding people were recorded having that name in the Griffiths valuation. Now, the Griffiths valuation was between 1847 and 1864, as you can see, and I either work forwards from this or work back from it depending on the time period that someone's saying that their family left Ireland. Okay, as you can see, there's 25 McCallans, and this is the name that I'm searching for at the moment, distributed across 9 counties, and the highest being County Clare, which has 6, so that's where I'll go. Okay, so moving on to leaving the John Grenham website now, moving on to the Griffiths valuation website, which is www.askaboutireland.ie/ Griffiths valuation, etc, etc. Okay, I've already entered the McCallan and I've already entered Clare. If I knew the parish that I wanted, all I needed to do was click, because I've already selected this, it won't give you the parish, but if you put a first name and everything, it will allow you to search a parish, and that's it. Anyway, carrying on. We will go straight in. Okay, and as you noticed in the John website, which is the Old Irish Times website, it only listed 6. However, here we have 9, and the reason for that is, which will come clear in a minute, Michael is classed as 1, and these 4 Johns are classed as 2, and we will concentrate on these 4 Johns and it will show you why. So to get more information from here, all we've got is the names and the parish, and we're in the parish of Fickle and we need more information. So by clicking on this, you then get the next lot of information that you need to write down. Okay, so we've got the name, we've got the landlord. That's a good thing to use to try and find estate records. Okay, we're in the parish of Fickle. That's the Church of Ireland. Okay, the Roman Catholic parish name may be the same, but 80% of the time, or even 90% of the time, it's not the same name. Okay, and the townland of Gortava. Now this is important, write that down from there. So we got the parish of Fickle and the townland of Gortava. Moving down, publication details. Now the publication details tell us it was published and printed in 1858, so it's going to take a couple years to collate all the information that they've got and build it into a book. So we're looking here between 1850 to 1855. Okay, and the next bit of information that you want to write down is map reference number 6, which will become apparent in a short while. Okay, moving on to the next section, because we've got 4 names in the same parish. Okay, in fact we've got another one, Thaddy, also in the parish. We'll go to the original page and see what it's all about. Excuse me. I'll quickly scroll down and enlarge it for us. Okay, bringing it back up. We now see plot 6 is John McCallan Jr. And rolling down we have John McCallan again Sr. Where's Thaddy? Can't see Thaddy here. Interesting that he's not there. And again you can see again we've got John McCallan Jr. Represented again and Senior. Now this is for common land, so they had applied for grazing rights again from the colonel to allow the extra animals from the farm to go onto the common land for grazing. And can we find Thaddy? No, can't see Thaddy there at all. Thomas, that, no. Anyway, I digress. So we now know that John Jr. was in plot 6 and John McCallan Sr. was in plot Ace, and they both had houses and land on them. Looking at the value of the land, I would say that John Jr. had the bigger property and the bigger farm. Okay, coming out of there, we now want to find these properties. Here we go on to the maps. So, clicking on the map, don't be daunted by this. Okay, it looks a lot worse than what it actually is. Okay, what you can see here once we zoom in is the original maps from the Griffiths valuation, and what we will zoom down into will be the plots of land, etc. So just moving in slightly, if it will do it for me. There we go. Quick splodge of the modern map. No, and it goes again. Right, to get the modern map, grab and hold this over here, drag it to the left, we have the modern map. Okay, now what you need to do is zoom in and look for the townland, but it's very hard. There's a lot down there on the ground. So what I do is I come across and use the modern day Google Maps, which I've already set up for Gorteva. We can now see it's there underneath the pin. We've got a forest area to our left with an outcrop, so that gives me some indication. We've got a road running from the northwest down to the southeast. Alright, and then coming back to the map that we need to research, we can see the outcrop here, and it's generally centralized. So I'll zoom in again. Okay, it's over there to our left now. Bringing it back central by pressing and holding. Okay, let's take away some of the modern map. And we have the townland of Gorteva. I will now take you back to the full map. So this is plot 12, the common land that they all had grazing rights on. Moving the map up, and as you can see we have plots 6 and 7. Zoom, 6 and 8. John Jr. and John Sr. Zooming in, hopefully not too far. There we go, come on. A little too far. Sorry for the delay on this. So now we've got the two plots slightly clearer. We see we got a house here, and obviously this is John Jr., which was the bigger property, and which has several buildings on it. So obviously that is a large working farm and quite wealthy. Now, how do we find it in the modern day? Well, all we do then is zip it to modern, remembering where the plots of houses were. So we've got this lane that runs up, and the houses was roughly about here. Move it across the satellite, let's see what it is today. Here we go, and right, this is the original line from the old property. There's a house there at the entrance, but if you remember, There was no houses directly on the road. That area where the marker is now was probably where the first house was for John Jr., with all these fields of his. And this wood, which was plot 8, was John Sr., and there may be a house there. Now, to find out if there's actually a house there, what I would do is revert back to the old Google Maps, zoom in, come on, build for me, go to satellite, I'm slightly off, there we are, zoom in as far as we can go, keeping that central. Okay, pick up the dial, and let go. I don't think, yes we have. We can then drop her on the junction. For some reason it won't let me do it. Oh, here we are. No, it's not giving me the opportunity to spin around, so we'll remove that. So that's my method of finding family locations in Ireland modern day, and using the Griffiths valuations to possibly find out records that I can need to look at, e.g. we have Flecker, and we need to convert that into the Roman Catholic parish name. If you bear with me, I will quickly, he says quickly, look that up. County Clare, County Clare, fecal 15. Now I have to look and find area 15 on the map. There it is. Okay, interesting here. The civil parish is actually larger than the Roman Catholic parish, so I have 2 Roman Catholic parishes of 19, fecal lower, okay, and 25, which will be Killanena, Killanena. Okay, so that's for the National Library then. Those were the 2 parishes that I would start looking at to find births and marriages of that area. Thank you very much. Any questions, don't hesitate to get in contact with me, and I hope this is clear. This is only the second time I've ever done this. Sorry for stuttering, etc.